if we have specified field, like for example, we will have order date, all those. If you want to add some 2 or 3 months with that, if you want to manipulate the order dates, any date function, we can use the date add. This function basically returns the specified date with specified number of interval added to specified date part. Here specified date part in the sense it's mean like week, day or month, whatever. It's specified number of interval in the sense like whichever numbers of months or number of days which you want to add to the existing field, and specified date in the sense specifying the date field. So syntax date. Also the advantage in Tableau is we no need to like remember the syntax or the format. Basically in the dialog box, right only if we click on any function, their syntax, example, everything will come. So what we are supposed to know is what is the future, what we are supposed to know exactly is like what is the function, for which function, for which purpose we can use the function. For example, date add, we should know like we can add the dates with the function Tableau. It's not necessary to know the syntax, all those. If we know what's the purpose and we should know if there is any function which could serve our purpose, that's enough in the case of Tableau. So quickly we will go on to the next function, which is date def. I think date def, we would have been used to this function as Jagadish has given a table calculation the last week, which we used this date difference function to calculate the difference in date between the order date and ship date. So basically the date difference functions is the use of the function is to calculate either number of days, months or years between the two date field. So syntax is that date diff is the name of the function. Date part, like which part you need difference, either week, day or month, and date 1 is the first date and date 2 is the second date. So we can, as we have used this already to find the difference between the order date and ship date. This is the use of the date difference function. Then third one, date name.
Hey Jairam,
So this function, yeah.
Hey, excellent presentation. So see, why did you put hash before and after date? Is it just for our sake, or is that something that Tableau also needs? That
I
hash
think
symbol.
Tableau also needs this, I guess.
No. So that is just a representation that it needs to be a string or something. No,
comma is for string, right?
No, we don't need hashtags. You can just give a. We can quickly try that actually. I never tried at a single date field. I use like the column normally to pull up. No. Try and use the date number instead of like giving the field. Just put some random number. Just copy paste those whatever the hashtag numbers in the presentation. Or else the formula that is given in the example, just copy that and in the Tableau on the right side. Yeah.
I think we can't copy down and write, so I'll go with the presentation.
Just remove that equal to.
So try and okay, yeah, do that. Okay. So yeah, so it turns out that when we use a single date value, then we have to give hash.
Yeah. Okay. So if it is okay, but if we use a field, then we don't have to, right?
We don't have to.
Basically, we are using the hash to define it as data. If you don't use the hash, it's like considered to be string. That's the error it shows.
Okay, got it.
To ensure it's in date, you have to use the hash before and after, or otherwise it will be taken as string.
Yeah. What does the Monday do there?
It's saying that the week starting as Monday, I guess.
Okay.
So third function is date name. This function returns the date part of the date in the string form. If you want like in string format about the outcome, then we can use the date name. It also says about whether the month or year, like whichever we want. If we want the output as string, then we can use date name, and syntax is as date name, date part. Date part in the sense we want either month or date or week, all those. And date is the field which we have, which is the input field, like order date, ship date. And the start of the week we can define as we have defined, like start of the week as Monday here. It's not like necessary that we have to define. If you want, we can define, or otherwise by default it will take the day starting as mentioned in the date field.
Yeah, okay, got it. So I think the date diff is the start of the week is necessary only when we have a we are doing in weeks, number one, and number two is if it is non-Monday, then I think it would be required. I think,
Correct.
So so because if it is a regular day, if it is non-weeks, then start of the weeks obviously has no issue. And if it is a week, and I'm sure there will be a default, and if that our requirement is a non-Monday, assuming that Monday is the default, then in that case we'll have to give it, I think. Yeah.
Also, as Chaitanya asked, I would like to add one more point. So generally, if you want to define the date here, if you click here, it will be a date properties. So there you can just define whichever week start you want, whichever physical year, all those you can define from the data source directly.
Okay, excellent, perfect.
So here in the data source, wherever, if you right click, if you go to date properties, you will get this window. So you can define all like date format, week start date.
Okay, awesome.
So next date part, this function returns the date part of the date in integer form. Earlier we saw a function date name. Actually it returns the function like month or date or day, whichever in string. But here in this function, it returns in integer part. As you can see earlier, it was like month. In date name it was December, and in date part it's showing 12, which is an integer. This is the difference between the date name and date part function. Next, the date trunc function. This function basically truncates from the specified date to the accuracy of specified by the date part. So basically, what it does is date trunc, date part is either month. So date trunc, what it does is like date trunc month and date you have given, it truncates to the field which you have, earliest field which you have specified. Here you want to truncate based on month. So 17 December is truncated as December. If you give by week starting, then like the 17-12, whichever is in the week, the starting of week will be truncated and it will specify this. So basically, like if you want to find the earliest of the date part, then we can use the date trunc function, so that we will get back to the date which is the earliest of the date part, whichever we have mentioned. So sometimes by default, if we pull the date and put in the either rows or column, we will get here. In order to avoid, if you are so particular about the day, then you can use the function day. So that day within brackets you can mention the function whichever you want, like order date or ship date. So directly it comes day rather than the year, which is shown in default in Tableau. Next is date. Is date function, as we have date name function which returns the date as string. Here we have a similar function which is reverse is date. So is date function, what it does is sometimes in data source which we get from our client even McClatchy, what the dates will be in string format. So in this case, if you want to convert it as to date, we can use the function string. So basically, if the string is of a perfect date, then it will return true, or either it will return false. So this is the use of this isDate function to convert string into, to check whether the given string is a valid date or not. Then make date. So this function, what it does is it will make, if you have separate function like physical year, physical month, physical week, all those, we can use all the fields which are individual. By using that, we can get the exact date. This is the function make date. And also the order in which you want. If you define year, month, day, it will get like in the format whichever we want. December 17, 20. So basically this function is used to make the date from the fields such as year, month, day, all this. So make date time, similar to make date, if you want to add time also with the date, then we can use this function make date time. So date and time both will be visible in the field whichever you wanted to make. So make time, similarly make date time. One more function make time is there where if you mention the hour, minute, second, three separate fields, and if you put that this function, we will get a single field which has all hour, minute, and second. So month function, this function returns the month of the given date in integer form. Not only month, we also have functions such as year, week, day, which all returns directly the field whichever we want. As we mentioned, either it's month or year, or it's the day or even week. Now, this now function will return the current date and time. Mostly this function now, and one more function is that today we use both of this function for finding the relative days. Basically, like sometimes a client says we have to show only the data of particular week in a overview tab. Then in that case, what you can use is like we can compare that as it needs to be dynamic. So we can use the fields such as now and today. So what it does is, so we can write a calculated field, week of particular term is equal to week of today, then show so and so fields. So only the fields which is for the current week or the current month will be visible in the particular tab. Wherever you want to filter, then we can use that. So it will be dynamic. You don't need to go and change every time, like a current week, current date. If we write the dynamic fields such as now or today, then in that case we will be able to serve the purpose. So these are the broadly functions from the date.